Yeah, session was good. I mean, we didn't really change anything on the car, just following the conditions. I think that was more important. So it was a very positive day for us. Of course, I know it's not how it is going to be tomorrow. So yeah, we optimized everything from our side for tomorrow. I hope the tires are gonna hold up, and then hopefully at least we can fight with Ferrari and Mercedes. McLaren, I don't know, they might be a little bit out of reach, but we'll find out tomorrow.
I think McLaren is in another planet this weekend. Considering what they've shown yesterday, if they keep the same pace as what they've shown yesterday, I feel like they are incredibly quick this weekend. Max will of course be a factor at one point in the race because he will have a lot of pace, but I think it's going to be very difficult to challenge the McLaren for everybody. Then probably Max and Checo, and then there will be us and Mercedes fighting with more or less the same pace. But we've got track position on everyone, and we'll try to keep them behind.
I think tomorrow we should be able to be strong. Let's see. Hopefully I'm able to get Charles early on. I'm able to manage my race. But yeah, the McLaren looked very strong obviously on Friday, but tomorrow it's a total different scenario. So we'll see.
So P3 tomorrow. Oh yeah, I hadn't thought about this penalty. Yeah, generally a good session. I think we tried to predict the weather as best we could and be out on track at the perfect times. But ultimately, you'll look at it and you'll say there's certain areas that like for example, the last run we were the first out. We were out too early, and then also we didn't have another set, which the others did. But otherwise, I think I'm pretty sure there are 3 guys ahead of me, all on new tires. So otherwise, I'm really happy with it. I think we worked as hard as we could, and it's the best we could get.
Tough, but I'm honestly pretty happy with today. I think in the end, because me and Oscar were split by half a tenth or something, clearly we were lacking comparing to the cars ahead. Especially the Red Bull. Red Bull's another level comparing to us in the rain, and even the dry, they were probably still a bit stronger. So a tough day. I expected worse, and I've not been driving particularly well. Just one of those days where it's just not clicking. Kind of similar to yesterday, honestly. So just a little bit of a struggle out there for me. So to salvage a P5, I was pretty happy with.
I think the first lap was really the lap where you needed to nail it on the new tyres. And yeah, just a couple of small mistakes, really. So, of course, it's very difficult in these conditions to get everything right, but yeah, probably cost me a couple of positions.
I think the McLarens are going to be really quick. I think Max will be really quick, but tyre deg seems pretty ginormous around here at the moment. So, they may have the quickest car, but if you can nurse those tyres properly, I think there's still a lot of opportunity. So, I still expect it to be difficult to fight for the podium, but there are going to be opportunities, so let's wait and see.
Everything felt pretty straightforward for me. I was quite happy with the car, Q1 and Q2 and even Q3. I felt like I was driving well in the wet and putting together some strong laps and quick all round. Just the last set of Q3 for some reason was a bit of a disaster for me. I didn't find the grip that I had all session, and I was really struggling with the tires, with the warm-up, and I had absolutely zero grip. So yeah, something to look into, analyze, see what we could have done better, but time to quickly switch the page because tomorrow is a new day and it's race day.
I think we're going to the unknown a little bit, into the race for everybody. There is these 2 types of asphalts. The new one is very grippy, but we don't know exactly how the degradation is going to be. The good thing is that having a wet qualifying, we have all the dry tires available for tomorrow, so I think that will not compromise the pace and we will be able to push.
Yeah, definitely happy with our afternoon. I think it's been a stressful day, with the rain. Luckily, the conditions were decent in qualifying, and we had the choice to make on the rear wing. If we wanted to go more on a conventional dry race or more, set up towards the wet. So we split it across cars. But we decided to stick on the dry setup, and hopefully if it's dry tomorrow we could have some benefit from that. So we will see how it goes, but I'm happy at the moment with how it went, and hopefully we can look ahead and not behind when we race.
It's not going to be easy. It's going to, if it's a point, it might be. I think we're fighting for P10. I think there's a few cars fighting for that P10. We've made a lot of changes to our car from yesterday, and we haven't really seen what them changes are because of the conditions. But if we go into tomorrow, we'll get the laps to grid, get a feel for it. Hopefully, it will just get us that little bit extra to get into points tomorrow.
I think it wasn't a good Q2 for us. It was a very strong Q1. The car felt amazing when the track was wet, and very good grip. As soon as the track dried up, I just feel we didn't do what was right with the tire and just overcooked them. And all my laps in Q2 just never felt good. Sliding a lot, struggling with the rear just everywhere, and poor rear grip in general. So yeah, a few things to review because there was obviously a lot of potential. Yeah, just not really happy now.
We didn't get rewarded with it today, but yeah, I felt like we did a good job. And this morning we had actually a couple issues, so I didn't really get a chance in the inter conditions. So it was a little bit unknown coming into quali how we would be, and I think that we put up a good fight.
Difficult conditions indeed, you know, and they keep changing. You know, there's some drops of rain in other parts of the track, other part of the track is getting better, so it's all the time reading the conditions. But I honestly feel like we made the most out of it. Laps were clean, I think timings were good, and that's where we are. We're there in the mix.
Yeah, a really tough session. Just struggling for grip and balance all session, but great job from all the guys to get the car built back for qualifying.
Yeah, I think our run profile was actually good and kind of close to optimum. I don't feel we left anything out there. We just didn't have the pace, unfortunately. We were struggling on the intermediate. I wasn't having the grip that we needed to do better lap times and to push through. And it's been a bit the story of the whole season that on intermediates the car doesn't feel that happy and not in the best place. So we need to understand that and analyze that further for the future.
Yeah, it didn't look as competitive in these conditions as yesterday in the dry conditions, but yeah, I think the track dried up at the end. There was almost a dry line, not quite for slick tires, but much drier than expected. And we went out for a double time lap, which wasn't the right thing with a drying track. So I think that cost us a little bit, but still, performance wasn't really there.
Well, it's not for me. It's not really aiming for qualifying anything. So yeah, I enjoy the rain condition, I'll say. But other than that, it's anyway engine penalty, so it's not. Yeah, I mean session that we usually do. So yeah.
You mentioned the grid penalty, so you knew already that you were going to be starting towards the back of the grid. At least looking ahead to the race, overtaking opportunities here. So how do you look forward to that one tomorrow?
You know, track's drying, and a lot of it comes down to that last lap, and we didn't get one in. So yeah, what could have been, who knows? I don't think we quite had the pace anyways. But yeah, try again tomorrow.
If you look my radio, it will be quite clear for them. They say Verstappen was in phase with me, which means cool down lap or out lap like me. And then in the end, he was in a flying lap. I didn't know. I thought he was in phase. So yeah.